If you're a heat and air machine technician, how do you live through a weird call and what can you do about it? This is a fantastic question. I'm Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live with seven ways to deal with weird calls. Now, weird, like there's going to be a point when you're in a house that it just feels strange. And so your brain, your body, everything around you is going to go, something's not right here. Okay. So first and foremost, be aware that maybe it could be you. Maybe it could be you. Maybe have nothing to do with the client. Just something got you and you're like, something that happened in your past, something that happened in your childhood, something that happened in a relationship, a home you were once in previously. There are times where it's like, there is nothing wrong. So recognize it could be you. Probably 20% of the time, 80% of the time. Number two, it's real. Like I can think of a call that I went to that I just got the EBGBs. And for various reasons, I'll leave out a lot of details, but it freaked me out. I went looking for a church, random, didn't even care what denomination it was. I parked in the parking lot, did the Hail Marys. Like I did every religious thing that you could think of. How weird this call was and how strange it was. And called the office and told them, and they're like, all right, well, go to your next call. But be aware, sometimes it's real. And if it is real, here's a game plan that you got to have. Document with pictures and video. There are times where you get called to a call and it's not a real call, it's your competition. There are times where you get called to a not real call and it's a video news crew. There are times where a neighborhood has an axe to grind and somebody did something wrong in the industry, because there are people who make mistakes and they have something to prove. Like these are the types of weird things that I'm talking about. You end up at the call and there's some suggestive activity on the part of the homeowner. You end up at the call and the person's asking you to do site work. Like weird can come into a lot of different things. And by you documenting the equipment as much as you can possibly beforehand, it's really going to help you out. And be aware that even then, weirdness is still going to happen, still has the possibility of happening. Strange has the possibility of happening. It doesn't fix everything. Like first and foremost, if I was a tech today, one of the first things that I do, get on site, take a picture from the very second before I even touched the thing. Take pictures of the equipment before I even touch it. Open the equipment up, take pictures of it before. And the reason for that is you have a timestamp on there, right? So like if you show up to the call at 9 a.m. in the morning and you timestamp that and it's uploaded to your CRM before you even touch anything, especially if there's damage, especially if there's wire issues, like this is super important. Like when I did a door approach, one of the things that I would have people do is like, I'm not touching that thermostat. You're turning the equipment on. And sometimes it would be back and forth. No, you turn it on. No, you turn it on. Like if I don't touch that thermostat and you're the one that touches it, like I don't have to worry about you saying that I broke something. There's plenty of times that technicians go out to a call, they touch the thermostat and the homeowner puts it on fan mode instead of on for the equipment. And they're like, oh, the fan turned on. Then they go outside to the compressor and the compressor doesn't work. And the homeowner's like, that's on you. Like they knew that thing was broken. So sometimes there's scam calls that you go on, and by taking video, picture, and proof, like there's the possibility of alleviate this. There's like 3% of the population on this planet that are scumbags meant to hurt you, try to take you down, try to get stuff for free. That's not your client, okay? And this right here is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discount training, or some really cool videos. Number 4, be willing to walk. Be willing to say, hey, this isn't, there's something wrong here. I don't know what the situation is. Practice however you're going to say it. Hey, maybe it's best, like this might be me. Maybe it's best if you reach out to another company and have somebody else do this work. We're not going to charge you a dispatch fee. I'm going to call the office. I'll get this waived. And then you tell the office exactly what happened. Number 5, if you've been through the whole call, document everything you can on the invoice. Arrived at call, system was down. Had charred wires on the contactor. System was down. Fan motor was overheating. System was down. Had 8 compressor notes somebody wrote on the inside of the service box. Had multiple boxes up in the attic of circuit boards. Right? Signs that other technicians had been here. Write it on the invoice. That way you have a leg to stand on if things just go really weird. Number 6, call somebody and put them on speakerphone. Hey, I'm here with Mr. or Mrs. Smith. Hey, I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Just want to give you an update of what's going on, and that person's going to be like, are you trying to ask me something? You might have to text them and say, super weird situation. Just talk me through this as I get out of the call. There was a time where I had to do this because the lady in the house was hitting on me in a way that I was super uncomfortable with. I'm going to leave out a lot of details. It was very inappropriate. And like the second that it happened, pulled out the phone. Hey, dispatch, it's Scott. I am walking out of this house right now. Please hang on the line. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, just hang on the line. There was a time where I was on a sales call and I got threatened by a homeowner because I wasn't answering the question the way that he wanted. He didn't want a presentation. He just wanted a price. So the guy literally told me, he said, if you don't get out of my house, I will physically throw you out. Now, funny side note, I'm 6'2", 280 pounds. Guy is like 5'4", 110 pounds. So I'm essentially 3 of this dude. So I'm walking out of the house and I'm grabbing my stuff. He's like, you're not moving fast enough. And so he starts threatening me. He's telling me, hey, I'm going to beat you up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to you. Guy's like up to here on me, okay? I'm like, there's like Godzilla in this house. I'm huge. So as I'm walking out the door, phone comes out, call the dispatcher, put the manager on right now. They're like, why? I'm like, don't ask why. I need the manager. This is an emergency. So I'm walking out the door. I'm like, heads up, this dude's threatening to beat me up, right? Is he going to beat me up? I don't know. It could be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Could have been. But it was a weird situation, and like I wanted to document it from then. The guy in the background is yelling, get out of my house. And the manager is on the phone going, sounds like you're in trouble. Get out of the house, right? But I had a second party on the line. These days, video cameras are like you could pull a flip phone out or flip phone. You could pull your smartphone out and you could start videotaping where appropriate. I'm not a doctor, attorney, lawyer, or marriage counselor, but be aware there's going to be weird situations, right? Call somebody, give them a rundown. Here's the thing that happened. Here's what you need to know. And then number 7, get it out of your system. So getting out of your system is going to be different for everybody else, right? Getting something out of my system may mean me pulling around the corner, screaming and yelling, oh, I'm mad, I'm angry. Side note, you can't be mad talking like a pirate or a 30s gangster. It's just not possible. You can't go like, oh, I'm mad, see? Like it's funny. Like, I'm mad, right? If you need to get out of it, don't take it to your next call. Your last call isn't this call. Get it out of your system. Or if you gotta, just don't call another tech and drag them in. Don't talk to a manager. Manager, here's my problem. I just need to let this vent. I need to let it go. Like, don't drag another person into it. Don't pull somebody else's day past yours, right? Be aware that weird things are going to happen no matter what industry they're in, no matter what you do. But there are times where you do need to protect yourself. And that could come from pictures. That could come from video. That can come from a phone call. That could come from a Zoom call. That can come from just making sure. Now, I will tell you, as we wrap this up, ended up at a really nice exclusive neighborhood in Sacramento, okay? Get there, and there are young women, and when I say young women, they're under 18. There are young women drinking beers in bikinis, and the air conditioner's broke. It's summertime, and the girls are inviting me into the house, and they're saying, hey, we need you to fix the air conditioner. Parents are out of town. We told you to be here. So my brain's like, there's something wrong here. They don't look 21. How old are you? Oh, 17. I'm like, I'm not going in this house. I said, you could grab a neighbor. You can grab a friend. I need somebody here over 18 years old, right? You absolutely need to have somebody over 18 in this house. I'm not entering by myself. There's like 7, 8, 9, 10 young women in this house. Like, I'm not putting myself in that position. There are times, especially as a man, that you need to protect yourself and say, I'm not going in that house. I am not entering unless there's somebody over 18 years old. And if there's somebody not over 18 years old, the only way I'm making a repair is if everybody stands outside, there's a neighbor out here, and they know exactly what's going on. You may have rules and responsibilities based upon your company and what you decide to do. I'm not you, right? But I'm just saying, have this game plan in mind. There is going to be a time where you end up at a house and offers are made, young people are there, and like you're like, this is a weird sales call. I just have to have a way to figure this out. Real story too. End up at a sales call, exclusive neighborhood. The mom comes out in booty shorts and a super tight crop top with no bra on. You can see all the goods. Daughter's in the backyard with a bikini bottom on. That's it. And the dude that's with me, super religious, and he's like, Scott, I've only seen my wife naked. Great, we got to shut this down. Go to the door. Tell the homeowner, can your daughter just put some clothes on for 30 minutes? I've got fan motors that are spinning at 1,000 RPMs, and I like having all my fingers. And the mom goes off the rails. That's my daughter. She's beautiful. I'm like, yep, all that she is. She's got all the goods. She's got all the assets. Amazing. My dude is super uncomfortable, right? I could care less. I'm just here to get some work done. I don't care about all this. I'm here. I just don't want to chop my fingers off. You know, looking over the air conditioner, I'm looking at the pool. I'm looking at, this is like right in my line of sight is a woman that's over 18, but she's not wearing nothing. Like it's, if it was like close to as nothing as possible, just bottoms, that's it. So you have to be prepared for what you're going to do. You're on a business setting. You're in a business meeting, right? Like I get it. The brain tells you other things, but you do have to be prepared for this. You do have to let the calls go. In this instance, I get back in the vehicle with the technician and he was like, Scott, I'm so sorry if that's what you wanted to see. I'm like, dude, forget about it. Like, are you safe? Are you okay? Is everything in your mind going on all right? He's like, I just need to call my wife. Like, this was him. Like, that's not a judgment. It's what he decided that he wanted to do. So he calls the wife. I talk to her. She's totally cool about it. He's hyperventilating. But be aware that weird is different for everybody. Weird is one of those things, and strange is one of those things for everybody. But you do need to have a game plan. You need to know what you're going to do. You got one of three things to do from here, just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend, but no matter what you do, have your own game plan. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.